News Bulletin.
Step right up, got tickets on sale. In today's episode, trains coming off the rails. Watch it all burn from the screen on your phone. But don't you worry about it, you're safe at home. Every talking head will tell you everything's fine. It's the blind leading the blind. Yeah, it's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that it's the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on. Well, the world's strongest man just dropped the ball, and the tent's caving in from the weight of it all. Yeah, the lion's at the cage, puppets in a rage, and the ringleader's on parade. It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that it's the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.
Come on! Witness the greatest show on earth! Ignore the flames!
It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that it's the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.
I said happy Tuesday. Sorry, I was muted. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Hey, Harley Dad. You ain't no new member. Why does that say new member? You ain't no new member. How are you? I've been into your chat a few times, but you haven't been there. Somebody else has always been there. It's good to see you, darling. So how are we all doing? My daughter was telling me cute little stories about 3 seconds ago, which was why I had to postpone my start time, because she was on the phone telling me cute stories, and it was about my kids and how they look out for each other. And as a parent, that's something that you just strive and hope that they do, is look out for each other. Because someday you won't be there and they got to look out for each other. So it always makes my day, but she put me into tears. I'm like, do not do this. Stop. So yay. Beer. Beer got boobs. Beer got the boob. What are you going to do with that boob, Beer? I hope he's here. Jaron, how are you, sir? And Miss Flatty, good to see you, darling. I was trying to be on top of it, honey. I seen you. I was afraid to push the button. I was like, okay, we got 2 minutes to talk. That's how long this intro takes. So I played the long intro on purpose. And 12th Man, how are ya? Yeah, I'm going to fix the video, though. There's music, there's other music, but I'm gonna put it with a different video. So yeah, it'll be good. I love the one that Army Vet and Mouse made for me. It's just kind of out of date now. You know, we don't have Biden in office no more, whoever that was sitting there. And, you know, Camel Toe is no longer a sideshow. And so, yeah. How are you, 12th Man? And Mr. Harley. Thank you, sir. I don't know why they say new member, because that's just not, became a YouTube member. He's been a member. And that's weird that I've never seen yours do that, Harley. I hope that doesn't take like the, how to say you've been here for 21 months or whatever. Hope that doesn't take it away from you. Not that it really matters, but it matters to me. Beers and boobs, right? You can't go better than that. Mr. Duggar. What's up? How are ya? And Miss Ann, how you doing? I got my warm wine tonight, and it says, I think you're on mute. I always put it in the wrong spot because I'm looking at my screen over here, but my camera is over here. Like there's a big distance. I can't talk today. It's just not happening. So, how's everybody's Christmas shopping going? Let me tell you. Oh my goodness. What a major. I really wanted to have it all done on Thursday, or at least by Monday, but that didn't happen because, one thing led to another, and I just didn't get her done. And now, I mean, the prices, I have to say, don't really look all like they're all that much more expensive than they weren't any cheap. I mean, they were a little cheaper on Friday or Thursday, or Friday, but not that much. What did you say? Start Christmas shopping on December 24th tradition. Oh, Lord, no way. Especially this day. You'll never get anything that you want. Thank you. I just dyed my hair this morning. You'll all be happy to know there is no more gray. We got rid of that shit because if you're 39, you can't have a bunch of gray hair. That don't look right. They really laugh at you. It's bad enough, I got to put putty on all the wrinkles. Shh. That's a lie, Harley Dad. I don't know who's been telling you that, but and whatever glasses you have on, you just keep them on, Harley. Ooh. I swear you warm up wine and the alcohol content. Wow. I think it's more. Yo, Wanda, what's up? Oh, you know what I just realized? I'm not no better than TF anymore. I have the @ sign. I don't want the @ signs. I want the names back. I want them back. I'm going to write StreamYard. I'm going to tell them. Bastards. So, let's see. What do I know new? I know that we got some kind of program that just started because the Dell family gave us $6.25 billion. And I guess it's going to go to kids. I don't know what I feel, but I feel dirty. I feel like we're taking dirty money here. Like, did this money come from You don't think TF likes you anymore? Yeah, he does. He hasn't said he doesn't like you, so I don't think he hasn't said that. You know TF, he's going 90 miles an hour, dude. I barely get to talk to him once a week. And I got a show with him. Anyways, so how does everybody feel about? Did anybody hear about that? Trump made the announcement today. Did we all hear about it? Should I pull it up so we can all see? Let's do that. Let me see if I can find it. 6.25 billion from the Dell family. Let me see what this pulls up. Well, can we have somebody else? Really? Okay. The White House has something about it. Let's listen to the White House. There it is. Okay, first of all, have any of you guys seen this? It's 40 minutes long. I might like speed it up or bump along or I don't know here. Just a minute, let me get shit rolling. So did anybody watch the President Trump's announcement today? 7 hours ago? Let's watch. You see nothing. Just a minute. I put it up there. Sorry, darling. Okay. Do we see it? Okay. So, I want some opinions, and you know me. I'm gonna give it to it raw when I tell you my opinions on the blue dress. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay. The blue dress.
Nice to see you again. That was a long news conference we had before, wasn't it? Yeah, but it was a good one. Okay.
I kind of like that blue dress.
Well, thank you very much, and we're thrilled to be joined by
dude, it's
one of the most
tranny-ish.
successful
You wait till you get
business
closer and see
leaders
it.
and people anywhere in the country, whether it's
Ooh,
technology,
smells
no matter what business you're talking about, there's really nobody quite like him. He's chairman and CEO of Dell Technologies. Make great everything, great computers, great everything. Michael Dell, very much of a legend, who's here with his really exciting announcement. It's so amazing, and much more importantly, he's here with his wonderful wife, Susan, and they have a special relationship. I think I can say that, really. It's very nice. I don't see too much of it. I see the opposite, but I don't see too much. I have two special
Why the long
people.
face?
And I've seen that. I've known that for a long
She
time. And I think
knows.
it's a tremendous thing. Also, the CEO of Altamir Capital, Brad Gerstner. Where are you, Brad? Brad Gerstner is a terrific fellow who's very much involved in this incredible thing that we're doing today, along with the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, Treasury Secretary Scott Besson, Chairman of the Senate Committee on Commerce and Science and Transportation, Ted Cruz, House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Jason Smith, Vice Chairman of the House Republican Conference, Blake Moore, as well as the Chief Design Officer of the United States Airbnb co-founder, Joe Gebbia. I want to thank you all for being here. It's a great group. And I guess a potential Fed chair is here, too. I don't know. Are we allowed to say that? Potential. He's a respected person, that I can tell you. Thank you, Kevin. Today is Giving Tuesday. I don't know if anybody's heard that one before, but it is indeed Giving Tuesday. one of the biggest days of the year for philanthropy and charitable giving. And this afternoon, Michael and Susan Dell are committing to one of the largest private donations in American history, which will directly benefit the next generation of American children through the new Trump Accounts program that we created in our One Big Beautiful Bill. And Michael and Susan came to see me along with Brad, and they said, this is an idea. And I said, I think, it sounded just so good and so unique. But that's why he's been so successful, and they've been so successful in life and in business because they're unique. Trump Accounts will be the first, I guess you could say, real trust funds for every American child, allowing family members, employers, corporations, generous donors to contribute money that will be invested and grow over the course of a child's life to be used for their benefit after they turn 18. So in other words, these are children that are an investment's going to be made. That investment's going to continue to grow, we hope, right? We hope. And, but it will. And they'll feel like Michael Dell someday. But at 18, they'll have a lot of money, a lot more money than they would have had, and potentially a lot of money. But these accounts will track the overall stock market and will be 100% private property controlled by the child's guardians. In honor of America's 250th anniversary, the Dells are announcing today that they are giving 25 million American children $250 each to save and to invest in their personal Trump account. Now that's the equivalent of $6.25 billion. In other words, to put it succinctly, Michael and Susan are giving $6.25 billion in total, and as a total contribution. That's big stuff. I don't care who you are. That's big. Come here, give me.
I do care who they are.
Let me have a
I want to know why.
Because they got a lot of money. They're Americans.
No, why would they decide to do this? Yeah, but they've had lots of times to be able to do this. Why are they doing this? Something's funky. And Trump, what the fuck are you doing with a pink tie on?
It's not really pink.
It's pink.
Nah, it's not even.
Fuchsia, pink, same shit.
All right. No, it's not.
It's
There's
pink.
pink and there's fuchsia.
This will be available to the first 25 million children
That's
10 and under
gay.
signed the zip codes where their median income is
He's gay.
$150,000 or
He might
less.
be gay.
So they're giving them to children that
Yeah, we know,
won't
comrade.
be born particularly rich, and they're going to be hopefully very rich someday. This will give millions of dollars, millions of children,
Thank you,
middle-class families a stake
You hurt my feelings,
in American
Freddie.
prosperity, a benefit from the rising stock market, and a better shot at the American dream. It really gives them a shot at the American dream. Michael and Susan, I want to thank you for this extraordinary act of kindness and patriotism and charity. This is truly one of the most generous acts in the history of our country. I mean, you don't hear about
It's a
things like
wonderful
that, and we
time.
got to let people
Sold
know.
to the
He
highest
doesn't
bidder.
want,
I
and
think
she
you're
doesn't
right.
care about that, but I do. I think when somebody does
We can
that,
only hope.
you got to let them know about it. As I mentioned, this gift is being made possible by the largest tax cuts in American history, which our Republican majorities passed earlier this year, and the Speaker worked so hard, and John Thune and Jason and all of them, every one of them. Ted
always
Cruz
amazes
is
me,
with us.
you
He
know.
worked so hard
Democrats,
getting that done. That was
money
the
goes
biggest,
out.
most
He brings
consequential
money
bill they
in,
say
and
ever
people
passed.
still bitch about it.
And if they remember, Michael, we were
By the
No,
way,
I want to know
12 to
why.
14 bills.
This is
I said, I
not.
don't
This
know
is
if we can
money
hold
that's
it that
just
long
being
with
gifted.
the
This is not
Democrats, so we
just
said, let's
bringing
try
money
doing
in.
it
This
once,
ain't
so we
like
did it.
this is going to be jobs for
people
people.
were
This isn't
surprised when we got it
any of
done.
that. So
So I
that you
congratulate
can't
you
even
guys.
put that
Amazing
that
job.
way.
Under that
But
bill, the federal
why
government will also
why are they
automatically
giving
be
the
making
money?
a one-time
What
seed
have they
contribution of
done that they
Okay,
need to
I
give
can explain a
billions?
little of it.
Trump
I don't
accounts
know
for
the
every
whole reason, but a
newborn
little
U.S. citizen fulfilling a promise I made.
to track the increase in the economy from where the amount put into the child's account, which I don't think it's I think a pretty good thing, and it does well during the stock markets and through the economy of the U.S. and they have a nice wad of money that they get at 18 years old that maybe they can afford the American dream of a house, maybe a car, or a down payment on a business. So I mean, it's a pretty big thing, and of course with the Dell people, they're going to get that's a major write off. You know what I mean? So maybe they got whoever they're getting their computers from, if it's China, Korea, South Korea, or whoever, maybe they got some kind of the export deal because the people that cooperate get good tariffs, which still brings us money, but brings us back up into an evening trade. They do $120 million worth of product. I want to do $120 million worth of product. So kind of keeps it, there's no trade deficit. It's more on an even scale. And it'll settle down, but it's just the way the previous administration, not pointing out three of the last failed ones, that they came through and just wrecked it. One of them rode the waves on a surfboard into the preceding president's rise. So nobody's perfect, but I think he's still bringing in money, and people bitch about it. But the Democrats, all they do is we're steadily trying to get money.
I know,
back,
but you have to understand, this is like, think about like the Patriot Act, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That was supposed to be something that was supposed to be good for Americans. And that couldn't have been further from the truth. So it's the same thing with this Trump account.
How do you know?
Well, we all think it's going to be for the good.
Well,
but every time we turn around, these things are never for the good. And when Mr. Trump, who's never worn a pink tie in his life, decides he's going to put on fuchsia and come bouncing up here with Miss Tranny,
that tie bothers you, doesn't it?
That lady up there in the blue dress, I think.
Blue dress. The Democrats' blue dress is had a little more drama to it.
And and let's not forget the rhinos standing on the right side of him there. Let's not forget those too. Ted Cruz ain't nothing but a rhino. I wouldn't trust that son of a bitch as far as I could throw him.
I agree.
So
you don't have to
it
fight me that.
doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. They're all on the same stage. So how can you think that these people are going to be having anything good if they're hanging out with these people?
First off, Ted Cruz, he has a way of slipping in on the moment to gather some kind of fortune or fame from it to make him look in a good light. He's probably the best in the Senate at stealing other people's moments or getting himself involved with something that's going to make the news. And as far as the Patriot Act, that was one of the biggest mistakes ever. I will agree with you on that too.
So there's a lot of things.
We were sold that bill of goods by the media. You got to remember.
There's a lot of things that I question.
About the media that are complacent with this.
Well, there's a lot of things that I question though, like the taxes. What's the taxes going to be on this? Are they really going to end up with anything? Because it's a gift. More likely it's going to be some kind of outrageous taxes by the time, because they don't get it till they're 18.
He just announced it today. It hadn't really been released where you could study it, but I'm sure.
Well, they should have already. That shit should have been worked out.
It might be there. I don't know. I'm not computer literate. Only for you, LW, is this a propaganda channel. My boy, what's up, brother?
I'm going to question a lot of it. I'm going to question it because of lately some of the actions he's been.
Hey, pyramid schemes do pretty good, except at the end,
Well, and so what happens if the child dies? Who gets that money? What
Well,
happens if, I mean, there's a million
I don't.
things I would
You're asking me
question.
questions. I can, and I understand you have questions, and I always admired you about that. You always want to know what's going on, and wish more people were like that. There's a man over there with a gun. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, what's that sound? Everybody, look what's going down. People need to pay attention. You know.
Well, yeah. And I just have questions. I mean, this might work out to be something great, but I question it only because it wasn't like there was a few of them that came to, it's one person. And it's not million, it's billion. Like it's a B with the big fat B.
Yeah. Big old B.
Yeah. So, okay, let's finish.
Made in the 2024 campaign, Trump
Oh.
account should grow to be worth many thousands of dollars by the time the child is 18 and even more by the time they are 20 or even 30 years old. We think it's going to be something really unique and really special. We hope many others will follow Michael and Susan's example and make their own contributions. I'll be doing it too, to the next generation, including businesses, churches, philanthropists, family
Swallow,
members,
Trump.
and parents themselves. I think we're going to have a lot of people, Susan. I think a lot of people are going to be contribute. A lot of people are watching us right now. They might not be $6 billion plus, but there'll be a lot. There aren't
Oh,
too
look
many
at
people
Cruz
that are
over
in the
there
6
bouncing
billion
his
range,
head.
but there'll be a lot. A lot of friends of mine have already told me they're going to contribute a lot of money, and a lot of them are going to leave a lot of money in their wills. So that's very important. And as you watch us today, I hope you'll be doing that. Contributions to Trump accounts will also be a great benefit for employers to offer their workers, which they'll be able to do tax-free. It's tax-free. We expect hundreds of major companies to announce plans to contribute to these accounts in the coming months, and we've had tremendous interest in that regard. So the Trump accounts will be available starting on July 4th next year. And Michael and Susan, to you again, it's an amazing act of just incredible everything. I mean, the life you've led to be able to do this, even to be able to, even a lot of people have a good heart, but they can't give $6,250,000,000. And Michael, probably knowing you, it's not the last of it either. It's not the last. But on behalf of the United States of America, I want to thank you both, and I want to thank all three. But I want to thank you both because you've been friends of mine, and it's a spectacular couple. This is really an amazing people. These are unique. And I'd like to have you come up and say a couple of words and tell us what you have in mind, because what you have in mind is good. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. President. It's a great honor to be with you here in the White House. And, you know, when you passed the Invest America Act on July 4th of this year, we were really inspired to see that happen. And this is something that, Brad had first mentioned to us in 2021. We thought it was a great idea then, and it's amazing that it happened. And we also saw that this
Something just ain't right with that woman, I'm
would
telling
become
you.
a platform. And, we believe the smartest investment that we can make is an investment in children. And this act has created a platform for families and friends and communities and companies and philanthropists to contribute to these accounts to create a savings and opportunity and hope and prosperity for tens of millions of children in this country. And Susan and I are super excited to announce our $6.25 billion gift to 25 million American children, 10 and under, and our gift will cover most of the children that are 10 and under that are not part of the federal program, the 0 to 2-year-olds,
How you doing,
and who also live in zip codes where the median
Thank you, sir.
income is $150,000 or less. And
your 21
I
months
have
of
spoken with a
dedication.
number of other wealthy Americans, philanthropists, and we are confident that others will join us because we all understand the incredible impact that a gift like this can have on the lives of young Americans. So again, it's a great honor for us to be here to be able to announce this. You know, when I was 8 years old, I got a passbook savings account and I had, I think about $8 in it. And you go to the savings and loan and you give them a quarter and they'd stamp your account. And I got to see the power of compound interest early in my life. And that has brought me here to this moment. And hopefully will inspire that kind of opportunity for many more young people in this country. So again, thank you for the privilege of being here.
Thank you. Thank you, Susan. Thank you very much. Susan, would you like to say something?
I'd just like to say how excited we are to be a part of this.
I like
we
her
believe
voice.
that when children have a future that they can see is worth saving for, then that will help build hope and opportunity and prosperity for generations to come.
Did everybody see the picture, the thumbnail that I posted? Okay, every time I pulled up her name, it came up with this dark-haired chick, which was the one I posted. I did an AI image. But that is not dark hair. I tried to find her in blonde hair. I couldn't find her in this color hair. I'm telling you, dude, something's up. Something's fishy.
So we're so excited.
Did you get Merlot red again on your hair dye?
I did. I
Looks
did
like
my normal. Well, actually, I do the one I do for winter. So it's not the violet. It's, I don't know, it's deep purple or deep maroon.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's called deep
yeah,
something.
it's Merlot.
Merlot. That's what it should be called.
To be doing this and hope to have many people join in our efforts. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Susan. So beautiful. Brad,
I want to help her with her eyeliner. If I could just help her with her eyeliner, I think we'd be okay.
Well, first, it's an incredible honor to be here, and we wouldn't be here without the passage of the Invest America Act. And everybody up here today played a role in getting that done. The Speaker, Ted Cruz, in drafting the legislation so that when the President placed the call to the Speaker and said, let's make this happen in the big, beautiful bill, Congress was ready to act. They had the legislation drafted. But I couldn't be more grateful for the friendship and the partnership of the Dells that really show the best of America. Today is Giving Tuesday, right? And the fact of the matter is, for decades, we've talked about the wealth gap. We've talked about too many people left out and left behind. This president was elected on a Main Street agenda to get the rest of America into the game. And that's exactly what this does. It gets every American child, 3.7 million children born every year, will now start life off with an investment account, seeded with $1,000. And then you're going to have great philanthropists, great Americans like Michael and Susan, who are going to add money to those accounts. We're overwhelmed with the number of companies that want to contribute to these accounts.
Did you hear what they said? Okay, so they're going to add money to it as they need the tax break. Let's be honest, okay? I'm telling you, something's fucking fishy.
That's a lovely place for the tax money to go to, don't you think?
I wish that's the way it was going to be, Duggar, but they've made it way too... For one, they just came out with this. And now, they didn't sit down and make out an entire deal on it, or at least never talked with us about it, because I listened to the whole 40-some minutes, and they never mentioned, no, there's not going to, it's tax deductible. They never said, here's what happens if, I don't know, the child dies, or here's, I want everything, and I want it in plain, latent English so everybody can understand it before I go, this sounds like a great idea to me. Because we've done shit like this before and then went, oh man, what the hell did we do that for? That was really stupid because it bites us in the ass in one way or another, and that's what I worry about. And something tells me the only one that's going to benefit in the end from this is going to be the rich dudes. I'm just saying. I could be wrong, and I really hope I am.
Will it be 18 years from the time it's put in there?
Right.
Companies
so-
from Uber to NVIDIA, T-Mobile to Charter Communications, Dell, et cetera. The list goes on. And every day more companies are calling us, raising their hands and saying, we want to be part of this. It's like a 401k from birth. It's a benefit for the kids of our employees, right? Major philanthropists. But I think what this is going to unlock is the power of families.
I do know.
Moms
that
and dads.
This is the other
then
thing.
knowing-
There's a limit. The area, they're giving it to kids where the medium average income is 150,000 or less.
That's a good place for it.
Well, just because that's the medium doesn't mean that everybody in that area only makes 150,000 or more. It just means that's the medium, that's the average cost or the average salary in that area. There's lots of people that make less than that. So that means those areas, they don't get it, even though in reality, they're the ones living at a very expensive area and probably need it more than the rest. Just saying, something seems fishy. I don't know.
And
Well, I
Apple
look at it
$5,
like this. At least they're
$10.
doing something.
Yeah, I know. That's what most Americans think. That's what they thought after the whole 9/11 thing,
Right
and
or
they did the
wrong, at least-
Patriot Act. Remember? The 9/11 thing, and
I had
everybody was
nothing
freaked
to do
out.
with the Patriot Act. Thank you very much.
Right. But at the time, remember, 9/11 happened and everybody was freaking out and they wanted security and they wanted safety and they wanted this and they wanted that. So they put that Patriot Act in and it didn't do anything but screw the American people and didn't do a fucking thing for anybody else.
A lot of money disappeared that there's still no answer. Where'd that fucking money go?
So that's why I say, when you say, well, at least they're doing something. Well, no, I'm not into the at least they're doing something thing anymore. Because usually if it means they're doing something, they're probably fucking us right in the ass in the process. Just saying.
I'm not like that.
Right? And getting these
Well,
kids into
you
the
will.
game.
No,
Someday.
When we had the
No.
round table at the White House earlier this year, Dara
Thank you,
Khosrowshahi, the CEO of Uber, said, after fleeing Iran at the age of 9 with nothing, he came to America because it was the land of hope. And he said what the Invest America Act does is it bottles up hope for every child in America. Whether you're in rural Mississippi or rural Indiana, where I came from, inner city Trenton or Compton, you're now in the game, right? That act alone, I think, reinvigorates the American dream. It reinvigorates the idea of free market capitalism. Too many people are losing faith in you, sir. By passing the Invest America Act and getting all these kids into the game, this is a transformational act in this country forevermore. Every child starts off life in the game with a piece of the American dream compounding in the upside of America. So thank you for having us here.
Take the secretary first. I defer to the brains.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I think this is a major change in philanthropy and for American working families. It is the merging of President Trump's agenda of parallel prosperity, Main Street meets Wall Street. For the next 5 years, every child born in the U.S. will get a $1,000 Trump account that will be with them and compound for the next 18 years. Treasury Department with other branches of government is going to do financial literacy, and we are going to make
Uh-oh.
Okay, everybody stopped having kids. That's what they're doing. They want people to have kids. I wonder
Yeah.
if that's what their whole trip is.
sure that all American families have a stake in the success of the United States of America. So every day when the stock market goes up or down,
Look at
and
her.
we believe over the 18 years it will go up and families will learn the power of compounding, that it will be a game changer. People who have a stake in the system
Yeah, act
and
like
become
it's
more and
coming
more
out of your
vested in
pocket.
the system.
It might have come out
They
there
do
one
not want to
time,
bring down the system.
but it's
They
coming from
want to make it better.
a guy who made a lot of money, and other people who made a lot of money.
There's
Did
there's
they
still
make? Well,
something else.
you're bitching about something you don't even know what's happening yet.
There's still more to it. There's no doubt in my mind there is more to this.
Let
And
it
you keep
all
trying to
get
go on
out,
the
and then we can
positive, but
attack
I'm
it.
telling you, Duggar, eventually you're
I'm
going to
telling you.
realize that it just doesn't work.
Uh-oh.
So I think we will look back on today and know that these Trump accounts, they have started a new age of the capitalism and market interest for the whole country. I also think that it is a game changer, as we're seeing with Michael and Susan Dell today, that Americans are the most generous people in the history of the world, and the Trump accounts will provide a vehicle for philanthropists such as Michael and Susan and many more to contribute. And at Treasury, we are working, so Michael and Susan want to do it for children born in the past 10 years, a certain income level. As Brad said, it can be tailored, it can be to employees. It could be a philanthropist could adopt a state, they can adopt a school, they can adopt a zip code, they can adopt a street. And so we will constantly see these accounts be topped up. For those of you on the Treasury, will be running this on the operational side. For those of you who would like to, you can go to trumpaccounts.gov today and see the homepage that has a basic outline. These will become operational on July 5th of this year. And we will have families start signing up for them. So, and that homepage will answer all the questions on eligibility and investments. And then finally, today we're here on Giving Tuesday. Michael and Susan have led the way, but I think that there's a chance that every Tuesday can become Giving Tuesday as more and more philanthropists see the power of this, of giving to American families, giving to American children, and giving everyone a stake in our great economy. So thank you very much.
I'll be brief. There's a lot of symbolism here today. Right here on the eve of the 250th anniversary of the greatest nation in the history of the world. We are the greatest nation by any objective measure. We're the most free, most powerful, most successful, and most benevolent nation that's ever been. And I think what you're seeing here is another exhibit of that. This idea, this vision came about because Brad and a couple of smart guys came up with this idea, and then took a few years to sell the idea to everybody. And then these visionary legislators over here, Senator Ted Cruz and Blake Moore in the House and Jason Smith, the Ways and Means Chair, really caught the vision. And we put it into the big, beautiful bill, the Working Families Tax Cut. We've been saying all along that was drafted to really help lower and middle class earners in America. And this is one of the great features. One of the perils of having the big, beautiful bill and having it all in there together, the president and I have talked about many times, is that there's so many great things in that legislation, we don't have enough time to talk about all of it. So we need a moment to really focus on this. Giving Tuesday is a perfect time to do it. And it's absolutely perfect, I think, that July 5th becomes the operational date right after the nation's birthday. So what we're going to see here is a model that I don't think anyone has done anywhere in the world. They wouldn't have the capability to do it. They wouldn't have philanthropists.
Well, you look like you're going to be able to get your instructions
who
on
earn their way and
maybe
really
you
fulfill the
can
American
get
dream.
for your
And they have a
grandson for
vision and a
freebies.
desire for more and more people to do
my
that.
grandson's already
And so
born.
now
It's
They're going
only
to take it up
for
to
kids
10 years
born
old. They're going to
after.
prorate up to 10 years old. You missed that part.
They said what? It will prorate up to 10 years
Yeah,
old?
they're going to, when they started, I think there's something that if you have provable, stuff, American born and all that up to 10 years old or something.
Well, and you have to sign your kids up for it. That's the
Well,
other
yeah.
thing.
I
kind of evens the
guess,
playing
yeah.
They don't. It doesn't just. It's not every
Exactly.
kid that's born
Yeah, you got to
gets.
say, see what's available for you.
Feel,
Because you don't know,
right?
there's
And every
you could have one philanthropist that just happens to like your town, and he gives a lot of money. That's just a little extra to your account,
I
not to
don't think it's
everybody's
going to go
account.
like
So,
that. I don't think they'll be able to do it that way. I think
they
it.
just said they could. They could do whatever zip code they want, or it can just go into the general fund.
Something's
Bacon seeds.
fishy in Denmark. I'm
Piglet.
telling you guys, this shit. It's more than just tax breaks. I'm telling you, it's yeah. Something's not right. Hey, Farmer John Bacon. Welcome. Yeah, something's up.
Bacon seeds is baby pigs, right?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah.
Look at her
Kidneys.
face, dude. Look at her face. Why the long face?
everybody has an opportunity. So
That's my
we're
last
just
time,
excited
so.
to be a part of it, grateful to the vision, grateful to a president who leads from the front, who understands the potential of something like this. And this will be one of the many marquee achievements of the Trump administration.
Get to
This will
watch
be one
Ted
that people remember
hug
for a
this
long, long
subject
time.
here,
And I
man.
think it can
He'll
change the
put his
country.
arms
So
around
thanks,
this
Mr. President.
subject.
Thanks, Brad, all of you for being a part. Thank you to the Dells. Really amazing. Thank you. Sure.
Thank you.
He's getting all hyped up now.
Well, I want to congratulate all the men and women up here. And Mr. President, I think objectively on the merits, the case can be made that there has never been a president who's had a greater positive impact on the children of America than you have. And in particular, in this one big, beautiful bill, I think the two most long-lasting and far-reaching provisions are, number one, the school choice provision that you signed into law that is going to unleash tens of billions of dollars to scholarships to low-income kids all over the country and is going to change the lives of millions of kids. And the second provision is this provision right here, the Trump accounts. These Trump accounts, starting on July 4th, every child in America will have a personal investment account opened for them. Newborn children will have it seeded with $1,000. Parents and family and employers can contribute up to $5,000 a year in a tax-advantaged account. That money will be invested in the S&P 500 in the stock market, broad-based equity index account. Two massive benefits that change this country. Number one, every child in America will experience the benefits of compound growth. Take a little girl born next year. She's born next year. She has the account opened for her. $1,000 is automatically seeded. Her parents, her family, or an employer puts $5,000 a year each year into that account. If you assume the historic rate of growth of the S&P 500, which is 7% a year, by the time that little girl is 18, she will have $170,000 in that account. And if she keeps saving, by the time that little girl is 35, she will have $700,000 in that account. That is game-changing, and we're not talking the children of Michael and Susan Dell, the children of Donald Trump, the children of people of great success. We're talking the kids of a single mom waiting tables who could have $700,000 saved by the time she's 35 to get an education, to start a business, to buy a house. That changes their whole lives. But the second benefit, and what I'm really excited about, is we are creating a new generation of capitalists. Every child in America is going to be an owner of the biggest employers in this country. We've all seen the sad statistics of how many kids are losing faith in capitalism. Well, 10 years from now, a little boy is going to pull out his phone and he's going to look at his app and he's going to see his Trump account. And instead of thinking of big, bad, scary corporations, that little boy is going to say, I own $50 of Apple. I own $100 of Dell. I own $75 of McDonald's. And every child is an owner of the biggest employers in this country. That will transform this country. Mr. President, thank you for signing it. Let me say, Brad, this would not be a law if Brad Gerstner did not pursue it with absolute dogged determination, relentless. I've gotten calls and texts from Brad at 6 a.m. and at 2 a.m. You may sleep less than the president, Brad, and that is a remarkable thing because I don't think he sleeps at all. And finally, I'll just say to Michael and Susan, Incredible Texans, $6.25 billion is extraordinarily generous. Let me say, on behalf of 25 million kids who just got a gift from Michael and Susan, and it's not a gift of a video game, it's not a gift of a bicycle, it's an investment in their future. That changes their lives, and I hope and believe Michael and Susan are going to inspire millions across the country to do the same thing. When Congress passed Section 401k of the ERISA, I don't know that anyone realized how much it would change retirement plans. There's now trillions of dollars in 401k plans. They're going to be trillions of dollars in these. These are 401ks for kids. And Mr. President, these Trump accounts exist because you signed them. Thank you for your leadership. It's an honor to work with you.
Jason, if you would just say a couple of words, and Brett, come on up for a second.
Perfect. Thank you. First, I would just want to thank Michael and Susan for the kind gift. What you all have done will be transformational for 25 million kids. And a lot of people we can thank for the provisions in this big, beautiful bill, but there is no one to thank greater than President Donald Trump. And I'll tell you this, out of every executive I've ever worked with, there's no one that's been more engaging, no one that has been more involved. And the only reason why these investment accounts are in the big, beautiful bill is because he helped convince other members of Congress that this is a good idea. This has been something that has been discussed for a long time, but no one could ever get it passed. But who helped get it passed was Donald Trump. I can tell you that from day one throughout the process. And so that's going to affect millions of kids in their futures.
Thank you. I was not planning or prepared to speak today, but the gravity of the situation is not lost on me. I have 4 boys of my own, 13 and under, and on the heels of a $6 billion announcement, I hope that doesn't go without some major headlines, that I will be making an announcement on my own that I will be contributing $60 to each one of my children's accounts today. And actually, to try to bring some levity to that, every parent, every grandpa and grandma can now look and say, I can get my grandkid this little toy or something, and maybe that's going to continue to happen. But there is a new option and another way for them to be able to invest and have a lasting legacy. And as a dad of 4 kids, seeing kids in our neighborhood, them to have that opportunity is something that not every day in Congress, as I've joked with my colleagues, is the most productive day in my career. But to be able to be a part of something like this is, it makes everything worthwhile. I'm away from my kids a ton in this job, and being able to be a part of something like this, a small part that I played, is something that is transformational, and I'll be able to look back on this and
God,
so
y'all are a bunch of doomers, man.
I've had to be able to serve in Congress. Thank you so much. I appreciate the chance to be here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Would anybody have a question? Michael, Susan? Yeah. Brad? Please.
Yeah, one for you two. If you could, did either of you say
I think they gave Trump a lobotomy.
Mr. President, is there an educational value to this in terms of not just the money in the account? What can kids learn in this account?
Well, I think they can learn a little bit about the free enterprise system, they can really learn a lot about how life works, how business works. They want to go out and make a living for themselves, because maybe it's going to be a lot more than we think, or maybe it's not going to be quite as much as we think, depending on what happens with the world and the market. We'll try and do very well in that regard too, but there's a lot of learning to be done, and I think this is a big step forward.
And your reaction, did either of you say, you're donating how much?
Yeah, we already said it, it's $6.25 billion.
No, I mean, with the reaction between the two of you. Someone came up with the idea.
Oh, sure. Oh, well, so we kind of started with a smaller amount, to be honest. And we started talking about Texas only at the beginning.
And adopting the state of Texas.
Right. And then we thought about it some more, and we thought
Got pretty excited about the idea.
Yep, and we went back and forth, and as we do on these things, and we
got
ended up
more excited, and next thing you know,
this is where we ended up. So, but
The number
a
kept
lot
climbing.
of discussion and consideration over a long period of time.
Yeah.
to
I mean,
to
we
come to this,
believe
and we
this
feel
is
great about it.
the greatest investment that we could possibly make is in children, and we've been investing in children for over 26 years with our foundation.
Yeah, and you know, there are 30 states already that require at least one semester of financial literacy, and hopefully all 50 states will do that. And, you know, as children begin to understand that they have these accounts, that creates a real need for our schools, our parents, our community organizations to really begin to grow financial literacy in the country, which can only be a good thing.
It's really an amazing moment that two people would do that kind of a contribution. I mean, it's just an amazing moment. And it shows you there's a tremendous heart in great entrepreneurs. He's a great entrepreneur. They're both great entrepreneurs because he probably wouldn't have done it without you, to be honest. That's the way it often works. And I know this relationship so well. There could be a lot of truth to that. But it shows you that there's a big heart in some pretty tough people. He's a tough cookie, but he's got a very, very warm spot. And what you've done, I don't think it's going to be talked about for a long time. Won't be forgotten.
May I ask a question? Thank you, sir. My question is about the logistics or the administration of the program. You obviously want to help poorer children. How will you help families perhaps who don't have access to computers or internet at home to make this program a reality?
Do you want to maybe answer that question?
Sure. And please speak in the microphone if you don't mind.
Yeah, because your audio sucks.
Well, first, Treasury, as the Secretary talked about, is going to be administering the program. And we should just say that Luke Pettit, the Assistant Treasury Secretary, has just done an extraordinary job with the Secretary in what I think will be the biggest consumer launch in the history of government. 60 million accounts are going to get created next year. And these accounts are going to be promulgated. All parents are going to have to do is to claim the account. So if they have access to an Android phone or a public library to go to a computer and gain access, they can claim that account. And whether they claim it or not, the account is going to continue to compound. So they don't have a deadline by which they have to claim the account. There's time, right? And there's going to be a lot of resources. Think about this. Kids in school, we're going to have schools engaged, helping to tell them that they need to claim their accounts, to educate them, et cetera. We're going to run a big public campaign around this. So we're just getting started. Today is day one. This is an extraordinary contribution, but it's the beginning of a drumbeat you're going to hear for the next 6 months leading up to the 250th anniversary of the country. I don't think there's anybody in the country who won't have heard about this by the time we get to July 4th of next year. And we're going to make sure, listen, we know that wealthy families have access to 529 accounts, right? This is an opportunity, and the instruction was, how do we get the 50 million other families into the game? This is the first time we've done that because we're auto-creating these accounts for every child at birth, and so we're going to be very focused on making sure that every family entitled to get one of these accounts is able to claim it and get it.
Daniel, you have a question?
Yes, sir. These programs seem to create an opportunity for parents to create unprecedented financial security for their children, sir. Do you believe that these accounts will be a big part of your legacy when everything goes down? We've heard talks about you being a legacy as a peacemaker, but this is a really, really big deal.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I do think so, and I think it's a big part of everybody up here today. This was a group that was very instrumental, and in particular, obviously, Michael and Susan, it's a big part of their legacy. You know, they've got a big legacy anyway, but this is maybe going to be as important or more important than anything they've done thus far. It's, looking back in 100 years from now, I think you're going to see some things that they'll be talking about this very day. So thank you for that question. Yes, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. These accounts were originally discussed as a way to incentivize people to have more children. Are there any other policy proposals you're looking at like this to encourage the birth rate to increase?
Well, we are looking at programs. We're looking at, there's a certain Australian plan that people are liking and they're talking about. You know what I mean? There's a plan where, not for children necessarily, but it's for people, working people. And we are looking at other things different from this. I think this is very unique, but different from this, but very important. Yeah.
You mean the Retirement savings program?
Say it.
You mean the Australian retirement
That's
savings
what they're
program?
talking about. Yep, we're looking at it very seriously. It's a good plan. It's worked out very well. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, can you talk about what tax benefits these accounts come with? The information sheet that we just received said that when a child turns 18, they'll be treated like traditional IRAs and subject to a 10% withdrawal tax.
Please,
Can you speak
There's one of your questions.
10%?
They can access them.
I think that was a penalty if you take it out early.
An IRA at that time. During the 18 years, parents or employers can donate with a tax deduction up to $5,000 into each account, and then philanthropists, like Michael and Susan, can add an unlimited amount to the accounts. So $5,000 from employees or families, and then gifts from foundations and philanthropists can be an unlimited amount.
Mr. President, you
That
said
didn't
that you
answer the question at
your
all.
wealthy friends.
No, I didn't. Unless he was saying it was tax free.
Can you walk us through maybe who you've been talking about?
Because now I'm annoyed. Really
To
annoyed.
the philanthropists up to 5.
Retirement
That's
savings
what
program?
they- I think this is very unique, but different from this, but very important. Yeah.
You mean the Australian retirement savings program?
Say it.
You mean the Australian retirement
That's
savings
what they're
program?
talking about. Yep, we're looking at it very seriously. It's a good plan. It's worked out very well. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, can you talk about what tax benefits these accounts come with? The information sheet that we just received said that when a child turns 18, they'll be treated like traditional IRAs and subject to a 10% withdrawal tax.
Please,
Can you speak to when
Sure.
children they will access these funds?
They can access them when they're 18, or they can convert them to an IRA at that time. During the 18 years, parents or employers can donate with a tax deduction up to $5,000 into each account, and then
He didn't answer the question.
like Michael and Susan can add an unlimited amount to the accounts.
Yeah, he did. He said he turned it in.
$5,000 from employees.
It's 10% because that's an early. They consider that an early
He said
withdrawal.
they could withdraw it at
Or they could
18,
turn it
or
into-
they could
roll it into
over
an
into
IRA.
He still never said what the taxes would be at 18.
No, the woman said it. It was would it be treated the same? And at 10%, he said, or they can roll it into an
Or
IRA,
they can
so
roll it
10%.
into an IRA,
So
which
they
is
consider,
10%.
yeah, they considered it an early withdrawal at 18 to just pull it straight out. So you had to roll it back into an IRA.
They're going to charge you 10%.
They are families, and then gifts from
It
foundations.
could change, maybe. If that's what I.
Mr. President, you said that you have been talking to your wealthy friends, as well as you, Mr. Dell, about contributing. Can you walk us through maybe who you've been talking to and how much more we can expect on top of
I think the
contributing?
people you probably would think I would be talking to. There's a group of people out there that have been very successful, and we've already started talking to them. You know, we're doing ballrooms, we're doing arcs, we have a thing that's being planned that's going to be a great tribute to the country, as you know. You probably heard about it. The arc that we're looking at by the bridge near Arlington, there's going to be something. We're doing some other things for Washington itself and for the country itself. But a lot of the people that have, gone in and done a real job with that. The ballroom, I think Michael and Susan, the next time we meet, well, I think hopefully we'll meet before then, but we're going to have a big event over at the ballroom to celebrate this. We're building a ballroom that they've wanted at this beautiful White House for 150 years. They've wanted it so badly. Right now we can hold 109 people if you're lucky in a room. It's a beautiful room, but it's 109 people, and we're building something. You see the trucks in the back. You see the clanging, the banging, and when it's completed, it'll be one of the greatest ballrooms anywhere in the world. It's going to be amazing. So people that were involved in that process, I have a lot of friends with a lot of success, and every one of them, I would be shocked if anyone turns us down. We're going to have a lot of big contributors, Jeff.
On a separate topic, if I may, sir, you had a call with Brazil's President Lula today. Can you tell us what you discussed?
Yeah, we had a great talk. We talked about trade. We talked about sanctions, because, as you know, I sanctioned them having to do with certain things that took place. But we had a very good talk. I like him.
I care about
Very
it,
good.
Baldwin.
We had some good meetings, as you know, but we had a very good
Yeah,
talk today. Yes, I did.
You also pardoned the former president of Honduras, and he was released from prison
I did.
yesterday.
Well, he was the president.
Happy
and
birthday.
Happy birthday, Gypsy! Everybody wish happy birthday to Gypsy Crafting and Conjuring.
Happy birthday to you.
so
Happy
good to her.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, Gypsy and Cambry. Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Okay. Woohoo! Congrats on turning 60, darling.
You made it over the hill.
That's right. Now you just got to cruise down the other side. You're good to
Yeah.
go.
drugs being sold in their country, and because he was the president, they went after him. That was a Biden horrible witch hunt, which was, a lot of people in Honduras asked me to do that, and I did it. I feel very good about it. If you have some drug dealers in your country and you're the president, you don't necessarily put the president in jail for 45 years. That was a Biden-inspired witch hunt.
Did his letter impact your decision on
Yeah,
that, sir,
please,
from
go
Mr.
ahead.
Stone?
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Your decisions, recent decisions to Syria, renew many hopes for the Syrian people. And now the minorities in Syria, like Kurds, Christians, and Jews, they want help.
I can't believe they let it go to questions like this.
Well, we want to know.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm surprised.
Their rights being
I'll
protected
accept
in
it.
Syria. How do you
We're going to
view
give him help, and I think Syria's come a long way. The new leader of Syria was here, as you know, 3 weeks ago, and he was really into making that country, bringing the country around. Not an easy job. Not an easy job. It's centuries of problems, but I think he's going to do a good job. I mean, I have a lot of confidence in him. Yeah, please.
In the broader context of the economy with these childhood investments, we just saw the biggest Black Friday in history, up 4.1% from last year, $26 billion. Hasn't told me about that. We also saw that they're going to spend $1 trillion on Christmas this year, $1 trillion.
Yeah.
Increasing 4.1%. 25 states gas below $3, a handful below $2.50 and getting better. Energy policy matters.
I like this guy.
And timing matters.
Who are you with?
Real American Voice.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
But
I like
time
you very
matters.
much. Keep talking.
So to invest with these children now, the economy, the better the economy is, better for the children, right? We're in a pretty good spot right now.
Sure. Well, I do, and I appreciate it. No, we have an amazing thing. We have over almost $20 trillion of investment coming in. I don't even know if you know that. 20 trillion, that's a lot by any standards, right? But Biden, as an example, I say this, his administration over a 4-year period had much less than $1 trillion. And we're up to 18, I guess right now, Scott, about 18 trillion in 10 months. And there's never been a country, China, no country has ever done anything even close to that. Even if you figure 20% of that, no country's done 20%. And it's because of tariffs and and I think because of November 5th, the election day. But we have now under construction, I guarantee you're expanding a lot of your different places, right, for Dell. But we have places like that. We have car companies. We have AI coming in at levels. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. It's amazing. And all of these places, hundreds and hundreds of plants, thousands, they're going to be opening, and they're going to be producing a lot of success, a lot of jobs. And I say it all the time. The king of Saudi Arabia said to me a year ago, he said, 1 year ago, your country was dead. And now you've got the hottest country anywhere in the world, and that's what we have. And it's one of the reasons Michael's able to do this. It's one of the reasons I'm able to be here and, having really run a very successful campaign. We won all 7 swing states. We won the popular vote by millions. We won the districts. I'll tell you, the district vote is the most impressive. 2,750 compared to 550. That's some difference. And we just had a tremendous election and a tremendous vote of confidence. And thank you very much for that question. Thank you.
Mr. President, if enough conservative lawmakers say they won't extend
Going out
the
on a good note. Oh, come on, man. This channel's gone to hell.
Once he says thank you, you know he's done. He's like, I'm out. See ya. Alrighty. Well, now you know.
All right.
I'd say I'm gonna hold my judgment, but that's too late.
Well, I wish you would just sit there and read about it because you're a smart lady. If you presented the facts, I don't know the facts yet, so I don't have that much of an opinion on it. Sounds pretty good though.
Well, first of all, if I believed...
there's a different sheriff in town. Y'all not giving the man the credit at all, and just
you're right. There's a different sheriff in town.
everybody's
There's a
nagging
different
about
sheriff than the one we hired in November. There is a different sheriff. In fact, he even wears a fucking fuchsia tie now. He has literally changed everything about him. Everything that he was thinking before, he is not thinking now. He's completely, everything he said, he's turned around on. So when you say this shit about there's a new sheriff in town, you're right, there is.
Name one example you totally turn around on now.
Well, let's see. Start with Mandami. Just go there. That's one of the last fuck ups he's done.
Keep all your
enemies closer. No, he's not. No, he's not. He literally patted that dude on the arm like he was his bro. No, I do not believe it. I think something has gone on, and we kind of figured out when things had changed here the other night when we were talking about it.
He's a lame duck. He doesn't care anyways. Hey, and I could see where you could say that. I could see where
he doesn't give a shit.
I'll concede that. That was a bad look for me. Maybe he was. I think he's planning myself. He's waiting. He got info that he might be disqualified and go bye-bye. So who, you don't know what to believe anymore. We don't get the real news. Even up from the people that say they're the real news and the people that are watching the people who say they're
he stood right in front of a microphone and just told us everything.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's up?
What he said sounded pretty good to me. Newborns getting a G to maybe give them something when they get to be 18.
One of the big questions that needed to be answered, and the guy stepped right. First of all, Trump handed it off to him. And then the dude stepped right over the question. He didn't even bother with it. He just picked up the football and rolled right on by the question. Well, I ain't going to tell you how much is going to be taken out for taxes.
He said, or you roll it into just roll it back into an IRA without penalty.
That is not. He did not answer the question.
No, the other lady answered, is it going to be the 10%? And he said, or... In other words, acknowledging the 10%, you can roll it into an IRA.
Totally floated
That's
through
the way I took
thing.
it personally.
Dude, you got to quit licking the leg. I'm telling you what,
I'm
you're
not
going to run
licking the
into
leg.
this eventually.
They get so they pay 10% at 180 grand. That leaves them 162 grand.
You're going to run into that the government gets.
No. They only get 18 grand. They only get 18 grand out of 180 grand. They get 10%.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
who's
that's
winning?
still only 18 grand if
they're
choose.
Using kids
It's meant to stay there until retirement or 35 years of age or something like that. It's not meant for just 18 years.
I'm telling
You're missing the whole
we're
point.
going to see that there is way more to this shit. And
I won't. I'm 66. I'll be fucking dead for anybody gets even part of it.
Well, regardless, there's other people in this country that actually have grandkids to consider, and other people that have to go on and live.
But I think it's a good thing what he said. Actually,
eventually you may have grandkids that got to go
say
on
hi
and
to your
live
mom
through
for
this
me
shit.
there. You're in back road. I got your fake ass. Hang in.
I just think it's bullshit. And I'm not going to bow down just because he's Trump. I ain't doing it. I'm not. I refuse.
if beer and back
At
roads
this
was it.
point, he's showing
Come on,
himself. He's
man.
turned in from a businessman to a politician. And it's remarkable how quickly he did it.
Insurrection or bust. Yeah, he must be a Democrat, huh?
Well, he did start out as one.
No, I'm talking about the dog. She said the dog is going to vote this next time. It must be a Democrat.
Right. Yeah,
Bravo,
I
GG.
think that the minute we sit back and go, yay, look at our new grandbabies will be getting money and that, there's way more to that. Oh, and we'll even grandfather it back 10 years. No, there's something in there. I'm telling you, I would not trust that shit.
Huckleberry Hound. That's J.D. Vance's real name, Huckleberry Hound. Yes, he was. He was a Democrat.
When I thought he woke up, and not that Republicans are all necessarily right and all forgiving, because we all know that they're far from being good. I mean, Christ almighty, he had Ted Cruz up there. And how come he's done this flop? From Marjorie Greene and these other people, how come he's done a flop? And
I know, LW. I'll pray for you, brother. You know, I'll be here till the Lord calls me home. You know, but so I don't really sweat the small taters. I'm here to troll her and get her excited.
Right.
But other than that, you know, I try to make sense of it too. We don't really have any information yet. Nobody here does. If they say they do, they haven't read anything
Trump,
yet.
you would lick his leg so hard
Oh,
your
my
taste buds
God,
would fall off.
I would grab his groin and powder it.
You would
make it all
lick his
good smelling
nutsack.
for
I
you.
guarantee you.
I would shave his legs so they wouldn't have that man smell on him. Get the fuck off me.
You so would. You know you would.
You know you would just gasp and just quim right there if you ever met him.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that I wouldn't. I'd be asking all kinds of questions. He'd be like, slow down, bitch.
I wished I could get you up there. And let you, hold on. It's Gutter's 5 minutes now. Y'all shut up and let her talk.
Oh, my God, it'd be just terrible.
You know what I'm saying? America would know something after Gutters got through with them people.
Well, they'd know something. I'm not sure what, but.
And here we have Gutter Pub over here. Got a question for you, fella.
Yeah, I'm
what does this paper mean?
Yeah.
This mean that we're going to fool you again.
I would just be straight up with him. Don't feed me your bullshit. Talk to me in human terms that we all can understand. Don't give me your bullshit.
Who?
And tell me what the hell's going on. Trump. I would so be on him.
Oh, man. Come on, man. You know
not,
you're
and
Marjorie.
trust me, it wouldn't be with my tongue.
Oh.
He'd hate me. He'd probably hate me by the end of it. He'd probably hate me.
I think he'd take you out. He took Big Dennis McMahon out.
I don't know. He probably would He probably would. I mean, he's scared Marjorie Greene, for God's sake. She's way tougher than I am.
As she traitor.
She ain't a traitor.
You heard what I said. I ain't taking it back and I'm
Yeah,
shooting
well,
the cabbage
too bad.
twice.
I don't give two shits. You're just trying to get me.
She was a traitor to him. She wasn't a traitor to the country.
No. She's just gonna stand up for
she's
what
Miss
she
Fat
believes is
Cat.
right
She done
and
got
what
all
she
the
knows
money
right.
from
And
Chinese
those
she
fucking
needs. She got
files
to
should have
go.
been released. And because they haven't had, she is pissed off about it, and I don't blame her.
Hey, thank you, LW, for that. Can I have another? Oh man, you can say what you want. I am bona fide. I don't give a shit about Trump or any of them. He makes more sense than the other ones.
Licker. You lick his legs every night before you go to sleep. I know you do.
I pat his ass every
I
night.
know you do. You probably
I go,
lick the
that's
crack
my
of his
boy.
ass.
Go get him.
I'm telling you, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, you're gonna eat them words. Oh, you're gonna eat them words one
Yeah,
day.
we'll see. We'll see.
Gas
who's
is
gonna eat 'em.
already at $2.50.
I've
here.
ate words before. I'm not afraid.
How much is gas where you're at?
Almost four. It's over $4 a gallon. Actually, it was
I
down
paid,
for a
I
little
paid
bit.
250.9 today.
Oh, fuck off.
$2.50.
Yes, fluffer duggers. Exactly.
That's right.
Thank you, Multi.
Multi,
I was looking for
you're
the
not
word.
you're not taking sides against me, are you, feller?
Yeah. Hey, Multi's my boy. You just back off.
Oh man, that's just wrong.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
God
Christmas
dang
will be
it.
fun.
Well, wouldn't you fight with her too? She's an idiot.
Rule of evil. That's right.
She is evil. Yes, she is the root of all evil.
Oh, you definitely don't want to get me on
Woman.
a bad day. That's for sure. Poor Marv.
Thank you, Bubs. I thought you were on Team Duggar.
Multi.
Yeah, we need to take her. We need to take Gutters to the Oregon Trail. I ain't stepped on her head in a while.
I tried to get fools to go to the Oregon Trail the other night, and he wanted to go beat the piss out of some dude.
He's good at that.
He didn't want to drown me.
I'm glad he did it. That was an old school game, man. That brought back some memories.
Yeah, we need to go back to the Oregon Trail. That brings back more memories for people, not that stupid boxing game. That makes no sense. It doesn't even look like he's hitting him in the face.
Well, there's,
It looks like it's hitting him in the glove.
everybody get him a control and just start having Friday night fights.
That's right. I know how to get you, Multi. See, you've let me know, or Holy, you've let me know.
That's right. I wish he'd get it right. I'm a bootlicker, not a leg licker. I don't play that shit.
Are you a bootlicker?
Oh, definitely. Especially when they're all shiny and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. The same ones that put you in handcuffs
I gotta have
the jail cell.
Yeah. I just want to be as Gimp.
Nope.
Anybody get that reference? Gimp.
See, Oregon Trail. It was fun. Tell fools to get up here and we'll play some Oregon Trail. He can do it.
Bulls is doing some kind of masterpiece or something.
Okay, now let's talk about
That's what I told her,
the
LW.
Somalians they sent off. 192,000 of them.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Don't want to be ya.
They also, let's see, they scammed people out of over $1 billion.
Oh, yeah. They were bad. They were bad.
And that would have been in Tim Walz's state. And Trump is thinking about holding some people accountable.
Do you know they increased the Social Security card that started out in, was it 2016 or whatever, when Biden's term, and it started out, like at 200,000, then the next year was 400,000, then it was 900,000, and his last year in, it was over 2 million got their little Social Security card illegal.
Yeah.
So they're chasing that down.
Sound better, don't I?
You do.
Yep. You got to remind me to push that button.
You always
For some
pushing.
reason, it goes back to the camera mic.
Hey, do me a favor, Gutters. Next time you come on, push that button, baby.
I do. I push it every time, but then it goes back halfway through the stream. Pisses me off.
Well, I hate to be like Baker and be a audio snob on you.
I know.
So lesser voltage. Well, one thing about it, I can keep up with them now. I just don't know how to use my shit.
You're listening to the ASN Podcast Network.
He's so fucked. He should have never gave me that. Uh-oh. Esso's got to restart his phone. Be right back. All right, Esso. We'll leave the light on. Ocean views sounds, GG. Is that what it sounded like, Wanda? Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, that's why they gave them to them. That's why, so they can pay taxes. Yeah, sure, pal.
Democrat.
So they could vote. The only reason they got them. Period.
They were issued so they can pay taxes. Well,
Wink, wink,
yeah,
nudge,
I wouldn't
nudge,
necessarily.
No, they got them so they could get a vote.
Well, and they may have also done it so they could pay taxes, but the problem is they end up with the same amount of everything that we do, even though they came in 5 fucking minutes ago.
Legally. They had no right to the sons of bitches.
Exactly. So for whatever reason, I don't care. If you're here illegal, it starts there. That's where it starts. Not, oh, well, they're here, but they were really good while they were here, and they got a job, and they paid taxes, and they had babies, and they contributed to our economy, and I don't give a shit. You started out on the wrong foot. We don't get to start out on the wrong foot and get to keep going. I don't get to rob a bank today, and 10 years down the road, they go, oh, well, you've been good for the last 10 years, so it's okay that you took that, $500,000 or $1 million. We don't care. It's okay.
They got a visa in 96 and they stayed till 2026. Still doesn't make you an American. You're illegally in here.
Mm-hmm.
Get out.
Yep.
There's too many people that gave everything to be an American citizen that went by the rules. I got a Bubs that's him and his wife been trying forever, but they've jumped through every hoop. It's not fair for some guy to just because he can jump higher and jump a fence, or somebody lets him get in. So, sorry, but who am I to judge?
Yeah, I'm absolutely against all of it. I don't think they should be.
If they're not illegal, I don't have a problem with them.
Well, when you say not all are illegal, Gypsy, you got to remember that a lot of them that came under the pretense that Biden gave them. That's how come Trump said, if you leave, if you come to us and you go on your own, then you have a chance to come back.
Yeah, and we'll give you $1,000 running money.
But if you don't, then we're throwing the book at you. That's all there is to it. We're just going to chuck your ass back over. Now, I have seen a couple of them. There was one that was illegal, and what did they do? They went, okay, well, you're going to get he killed somebody or something. I think he killed somebody. Anyways, they gave him 19 years prison time or 17 years prison time. It must not have been that. But anyways, okay, no, I don't want to support him for 19 years. I want his ass to go back to wherever he came from.
But if he killed somebody, put him at the end of a rope.
If you come here and you do everything right, and you come here and you kill somebody, well, your ass is going back. Just because you become a citizen doesn't mean we have to keep you if you become to be an idiot or murderer or robber or whatever. No, you going. We're sending you out. You're going one way or the other, you're leaving.
Look at Minnesota and California giving all them commercial license to the Sandhead, that weren't trained to be truck drivers.
Mm-hmm.
That are here illegally.
85,000.
I think the people in charge of whatever branch of office should go to prison.
Yep, I do too. California was terrible for it, but even Oregon, Washington, all those they did the same thing. In fact, in Oregon, they were doing this thing not last year, but year before last, where they were basically telling them, you go to the driver's license, you go into the DMV and the Department of Motor Vehicles, and well, you can not only get your ID, but we will give you the paperwork so that you can be registered to vote.
You know,
They weren't even legal. They hadn't even went through any hoops. All they had done is went to the border, and Biden gave them all their, here you go, come back in 10 years, and we'll see what we can do for you.
you know, if they're here illegally though, then they did break the law. They are criminals. Let's get that straight. You know,
every time.
I mean, if you're not here legally, it's time for you to go bye-bye.
And the whole thing of these anchor kids, nope. You gone. And if they're, well, and if you want to say, well, you're going to split up the families. No, they aren't. Pack your shit. Go. Take your kids with you. I wouldn't leave. If I went to Mexico and I took my family to Mexico and they said, well, we don't like how you did shit, you got to go, I would take my whole family back with me. We wouldn't stay.
Even if you had that kid in Mexico, he would go with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave him there.
Well, he's got a chance at a better life. He could go to work at McDonald's every day.
Yep. Bullshit. I'm not into it.
Oh.
Well, Melania never broke the law. So
why do Trump's kids need to go? You're just a Trump hater, man.
Well, no, they didn't break the law.
Yeah.
So if they break the law, then yes.
They contribute to society.
Then they got to go. But if they didn't break the law, they don't have to go. I didn't say that people that didn't break the law had to go.
You know, he doesn't want you to come in here and get on the government tip. He wants you to come in here, start a business, come in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he wants somebody, you know, it's like if you're going to have somebody come to your company, you want him to know what the hell he's doing, or, you know, be able to contribute to your company. That's the same way with the country. You know, you can get a piece of crap that was killing people, selling drugs or whatever, or would you ever have somebody that can run a computer, that knows how to, you know, that knows how to do a warehouse, you know, and came through the gates legally. So I'm just saying, y'all, everybody's dumping that like that's his problem alone. It's all our problem. It's been a problem for a long time. He's the only one that ever said, hey, we'll build a goddamn wall and stop them. You know, we'll stop the drugs. We'll blow boats up that have drugs in them. We'll go take a country out because that guy's a cartel. So, you know, I don't know, man. Yeah. Oh, geez, I need a cigarette.
That was almost as good as sex, wasn't it, Ma?
The truth is coming out.
The comments are cracking me.
Yeah, you're right. The truth is coming. They're going to prove how there's been a cartel and a organized criminal unit attacking us from within. Yeah, that's the big one.
I wish that the truth was coming, but I have a feeling if you're talking about the files, just get ready for some black lines, because that's what you're going to see. I have this feeling the whole thing's going to be fucking redacted. That's the only reason that they all agreed to it. It's the only reason they all... Remember, they were all... One would go, okay, yep, release them. The other one would be like, no, don't. Then the other one would say, okay, release them. The other one would say, no, don't. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, it's all going to be redacted. We ain't going to see shit. We'll see is the to from their whore. We will not see any names. We're not going to see any of that.
Democrats had it 4 years before he did.
Okay.
You know, If he was going out of office, remember?
Right. But when he came back in, he's in now.
He said, release it.
Yeah, but his crony said, no.
No, the Democrats stopped him.
No, Pam Bondi said no.
Yeah, but the Democrats
No,
jumped
yeah,
up.
but
They don't want the
Pam
grand
Bondi
jury.
said no. And why did she do that? Because he told her to. I'm going to tell him to release it, and you tell him no.
And I said he had it before 2020. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that there's a lot of names in there, and they're not, like I said, it's gonna come out, but we're not gonna see anything. It's just gonna be a bunch of papers. It's gonna be a bunch of files, like the one the YouTube creators held up when they walked out the door right after Trump took office, which meant fucking nothing.
JFK papers all over again. Let's wait 40 years.
Yeah.
You know,
Sorry, but I have no faith in this government at all. And now I have no faith in Trump because I'm pretty sure he's been bought off.
You know what I got? I got blackberry cobbler.
Yum. Hell yeah.
Freaking licious.
But just you saying it, I can feel my ass start to grow by inches just by you saying the words.
Yeah, it's sort of like me and beer trucks. I understand.
This is like, oh, Lord. I told Marvin the other day, dude, I'm going back to smoking. He said, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. I don't like to have to watch my weight like this. I used to be able to eat anything all day long, all night long. Never mattered. I could eat. Never gained a pound. Now, if I even think about it, I swear it's like, some bitch, where the hell did that come from?
I wasn't hanging over them pantyhose
That's right.
last week.
It's like, how come these leggings don't look quite like they did before?
Bought a pecan pie. They're so easy to make. Why would you ever buy one?
You have diabetes now. You probably do, dude. Those are nothing but sugar.
Yeah, I use the brown corn. I use the brown corn syrup too, man, or blackstrap molasses, and it makes it like a candy bar. A chewy candy bar. It's just so good.
My coffee. When I think of pecan pie, I think of my coffee drinkers in the restaurant. I was pretty young, and they would come in every day, and most of them, well, it usually was about 2 of them a day that would have pecan pie with ice cream, but they would do it at separate times. Like there'd be 2 each day. It was a whole round of people, so there must have been about 12, 14 coffee drinkers that would come, and they were all old men, and they were so much fun. They were just a blast. In fact, when I left, that was in Idaho, and when I left, they got a donation cup together for me, and they called it my mad money, so that if I got mad at Marvin and needed to go home, that was the money that I was to use to get home in case I got mad and need to come home. Yeah, it was pretty funny. They were cool guys. But anyways, they would always get a couple of the guys, and they wouldn't all eat them every day, but they'd eat once a week or once every 2 weeks, one of them would have it. So it was 2 of them that I would get that it would have pecan pie and pie a la mode.
We got a restaurant up here in this little town I live in, and it's really the only restaurant here. And they make good huevo rancheros, but they also always have a big old couple badass cakes out there, and you ever had a piece of leche cake?
I haven't.
It's like a milk cake. Oh my God, that thing is so delicious. And then they always make this big old chocolate cake. I had me a piece of that chocolate cake today, so I can't wait to eat cobbler till tomorrow, because I've had enough sugar today with that piece of cake. But if you ain't ever had a leche cake, man, that is so good. And they have flan. Do you like flan?
Oh, no, I don't eat phlegm.
You don't like flan?
No, it
Tres
reminds me of phlegm. I
leche.
can't even look at it.
Multi-nose. Tres leche. 3 milk cake.
Yeah, I can't even look at it. As soon as I look at it, it reminds me of phlegm, and then they call it flan, and it's like, yep, that's phlegm. Nope, I ain't eating that.
It's just delicious, man. Like caramely taste. Oh, it's so good.
I can't. It's probably really good, and probably someday I'm going to take a bite of it, because I've never tasted it. It's that texture. As soon as I look at it, I can't.
Phlegm. She said phlegm.
I know. Holy's going to kill me. She's already left, hasn't she? She's going to be like, I hate her.
Phlegm. LW says phlegm. She say phlegm.
Too.
No, it doesn't. It's like a custard, man. It's so fucking good.
Phlegm, yes, phlegm. Ooh. I can't. There's something about, we used to have the ladies at the facility, they would make them all the time, and they'd bring them in, they're like, would you like a piece? I'm like, it looks so good, no? Then after about 2 years, I was like, okay, I have to tell you ladies that when you guys bring that in and you set it in front of me on my desk and it jiggles, I can't. You just make me want to gag. Yeah,
I don't know. I love that shit. And every once in a while they'll whip out an old style banana pudding too. They don't know I could eat that whole big bowl. Oh my god, that shit's so good. You know, they make their own pudding. It's not that box Jello shit.
Yeah,
it is good. But yeah, so that's what I went today. I went and had some huevo rancheros, and then I went and bought a new microwave, bought me a new electric blanket. God, man, them things are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I've been Christmas shopping online all day. Oh Lord.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. I'm already $1,000 down, and I'm about halfway through my list.
I'm already through with my list. I don't give nobody nothing. No, my daughter, I hook her up. I like giving cash. It's so easy. Here, go buy what you want.
No.
Put it in a card.
We do a thing called Giftster, and so we're all able to go in there and put links of all the shit we want, and then the people that buy for us can go to each one, and they can figure out whatever it is they want to buy for us, and they click the link and pay for it, and it's done. And they say, don't buy this one. It's got a place where you can say, you can't buy that one because I bought it. And that way nobody else buys it. And then you don't get two of everything, and you get what you want. And yeah, it works out really nice.
Yeah.
The only thing it doesn't work well with is anybody that doesn't like to use the internet, Marvin, and with the kids. The kids, it makes it a little rough because you have to put in the stuff for them. So like my grandson, it makes it a little rough. Now my granddaughter, she puts in her own stuff. She's 15. She's got a handle. But when they're little, it makes it a little rougher. But yeah, it's great. I love it.
Well, little kids, they're happy to get shit. Good paper that crinkles. But
I spoil my grandkids like nobody's business.
He buys them only the good crinkly paper. Has little poppers in it.
I have to say 9 times out of 10 they play with the box first till I finally say I'm throwing it away so you play with that $105 item I just bought you.
I had a girl for one time. She had 3 cats, and they lost their mind when her kids went down there and started opening up presents and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, paper went everywhere, and all of a sudden there was all kinds of noise. Cats jumping in and out of box, chasing paper, and it was hilarious.
Yeah. Yep. We try to be careful with that kind of stuff because, like my son's house, he has a cat, and the cat likes to chew up that stuff, and then he gags on it, and then you find the tinsel in his poop, and oh yeah, it's just grand. And the dog's kind of the same way. You know, she has to make sure that the right ornaments are on the bottom in case they fall. If they fall on the floor, the dog's like, fair game, bitch.
Yeah.
If it stays on the tree, she'll leave it there. But if it falls on the ground, man, she's like, yep, that's mine.
I've never seen a cat yet that can't resist trying to get up in the Christmas tree either.
I had one, he was pure white. His name was Stallion, and he used to climb to the top of my mom's Christmas tree. And it was so bad that my mom had to rope it to the wall. Like, she had to put a hook in the wall and then string the tree to the wall because he knocked we got home one day and the tree was laying in the middle of the floor, and we knew that Stallion had his way with it. So
Stallion.
Yeah, he was a stallion.
Who the fuck names a cat Stallion?
Well, that was back in the day when everybody, like, the dudes called each other stallions. Hey, Stallion, what's up? So, and he acted like a stallion.
We always said stud.
Well,
we
yeah.
never said stallion.
See, we evolved from stud to stallion. Yes. I never got that. I never got a wish book. My mom, she had to stick shit on layaway for, 6 months. And she had to put, this is no lie. It was a skinny mini micro mini curling iron, and it was $16.79. And she had to put that bitch on layaway to be able to get it for me for Christmas. So no, I never got to go through the Sears wish book. I did go through the Sears wish book and circled everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't get none of that shit.
Yeah, she circled the man on page 602.
That's right. Marvin did, though. And Marvin, they would get to do that, go through and circle this stuff, and then their parents would pick out what they wanted. And he would also get to do that for school at the beginning of the school. If I had 3 pairs of pants at the beginning of the school, I was damn lucky. But Marvin got to pick out the 3 shirts he wanted and the 3 pants. Of course, boys didn't really care, but his sister, she got to pick out cool shit, and she got to, they picked it all out in the catalog, and then her mom just went and got it for him or ordered it for him, and yeah. But I never was that lucky. My mama had to work her ass off to be able to take care of me. Nothing I regret. It was well worth it. I always had good Christmases.
Big Dog Miles says Amazon means me for me.
I got to tell you, man, one of the hardest things for me when I do Amazon is when I'm looking through shit, especially if it's like Black Friday and they got all that shit, and I get, I have a list of stuff that I'm supposed to look at and look for, and I get sidetracked because it's like, oh, wow, that's only $7? Fuck, I should get. No, don't look at that. Keep going. I have to make myself not look at all the cool deals. So
I got to make a confession. I've never bought a thing from Amazon, not one thing.
Oh, well, I have to tell you that I love it because it's very convenient, but I hate it because it's very convenient. I worry about what we put ourselves into. It's kind of like, remember when COVID first started, everybody was ordering their groceries and having them delivered, or they would just go pick them up. Well, a lot of those people still do that today, even though there's no reason they can't get off their fat ass and go into the store and buy their own groceries. My daughter being one of them, and every single time I get stuck behind one of those big carts and I can't get through, I call my daughter on the phone and going, do I know where I'm at? And she'll go, where, Mom? I'm like, standing behind one of these big fucking carts in the aisle waiting for him to move because he's doing your grocery shopping because you couldn't come do it with a regular size cart. She's like, oh my God.
I went and got groceries today, and I seen them loading up. There's 3 or 4 of them working the shelves for orders for people.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Oh, when I go into the store, there's no less than 4 of those carts that will get in my way. And it's not, here's the deal is, I can be patient, and I'm usually pretty good. These are people that I see 2-3 times a week, so I'm pretty nice to these people. But there's a couple things that irritates me. one of which is if you stick that big cart in the way to where nobody can get around it. So they'll have a habit of wanting to stick it in the middle of the aisle. Well, then you can't get your cart down either side of it. It pisses me off. That's one thing that pisses me off. The other thing that makes me mad is when I go to get, and they used to hold up in the creamer aisle. They don't anymore because I would tell them. They would be like 3 of them. You'd walk down the aisle and there'd be 3 of them standing in the aisle. I'm like, dude, what are you guys doing? They're like, go stocking the shelves here. And they'll turn around and start talking. But you weren't stocking shelves and you're in my fucking way. Get your asses busy. You're the reason that my prices are so high. Either get to work or I'm going to go have you fired. They're like, Jesus, she's a bitch. Yeah, I'm terrible.
Yeah, you walk away, they go, what the fuck was that?
Oh, dude. Now when they see me, they don't even go into the creamer aisle anymore. They know. They're like, nope. They don't even bother. I mean, even if I'm not there, they don't even bother going in there. But I catch them. And usually they're in the cereal aisle or the candy aisle. I never go in the candy aisle. They know that. And I don't go in the cereal aisle very often, only to get Marvin Raisin Bran. That's the only time I go in there. So those are the 2 aisles they seem to hang out at, I've noticed. So every now and then I'll take a trip down through it just to irritate them and make them move. The other day, I went to get Marvin granola bars because he wanted some for his lunches, and I usually don't buy them. And I went down there, and there were 3 dudes. They're all stocking shelves, and they're all in the same spot. I'm like, there is no way. What are you guys doing? I'm telling you what, they were like flies, man. Not even one stuck around. It was so funny.
I gotta ask Chad a question. What kind of special, crazy kind of bitch you gotta be to run off fucking Walmart employees?
Fred Meyer.
Or wherever.
Buy groceries at Walmart.
My God damn it. There's that crazy motherfucker. You run.
Oh, we got a neighbor that actually works for him, and I told him one day, I was like, George, dude, your box boys and your shelver dudes. He's like, yeah. I'm like, they're fucking terrible. Why do they have to hang out? This is back ways. I'm like, why do they have to hang out in the creamer aisle? He goes, I'm not even supposed to tell you this, but we've actually had a meeting and you were in the middle of one of those conversations during our meeting. I'm like, what did they say? And he said, oh, it was the guy in the wine aisle said he came walking down one day, and he's a really nice guy. And he came walking down one day, and I was chewing the rag to those boys and making them go down different aisles and told them to get to work. There's other aisles that need fronted, not just this one. So he seen me, and he told them about, he's a manager, and he went and told them about it. I was like, oh my God, that's terrible. I need to control myself. I ain't controlled myself. I ain't gonna.
Were they trying to hire you to be a manager? Or
probably. They have asked me to go to work there. I don't know. But I think they're just joking when they say that because they know what a bitch I am. But sorry. I'm sorry. It's bullshit. Who does that? You're at work. There's cameras all over that store. I can't imagine that they don't see them. Hey, Lays.
I don't know,
Strange
man.
poison. Yep.
That's crazy. When a whole store is straight of you. When you're just there to get groceries once in a while.
Well, I go about 3 times a week, so no, I'm not there just once in a while, and it's my fucking store, so you're just here to work. Get your fucking shit out of my way.
I own this stomach. I bet she goes peas in every corner.
I will.
Mine. This is mine.
That's right. Don't board in the Walmart break room.
Yeah.
I am definitely, I'm sure of it. Yeah, it's too much fun.
That's funny.
No, most of them really like me. Like, I mean, today when I went in, the guy's like, it's senior citizen day. I said, and you know how old I am? He said, I know you're 39, but I will ring it up. I have my senior citizens discount thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, go ahead. He's like, you know this. You know that's what I say. He goes, why do you make me explain this every time? I'm like, because I'm insinuating you're thinking I'm old or something. He's like, I would never.
LW said you're in the Hall of Fame for Karen.
I probably am. I don't care. Fuck them. The best one, though, is when they stop making my Irish Creamer, Carnation Irish Creamer. Oh, fuck. I was so mad because right when they quit making it, they started putting Girl Scout cookies in the creamer. I was so pissed. So they got phone calls from me and they got emails from me. And I got the last of their Irish creamer. So they didn't have any more of the bottles left. So they sent me 3 huge boxes, and I mean, these fuckers were huge. This big, like fucking
The little
huge.
1 serving cups.
Huge. Yeah, the little ones, you know.
Nice.
They sent me 3 boxes of those fuckers. I mean, huge boxes. I had them for quite a while. They didn't taste quite like the bottle for some reason. I think it's because you can leave them out, so there's a little bit of a different flavor. But
It's the plastic difference.
there's something. But anyways, I used them until they were gone, and then I had to change over to sweet cream. Yeah. It was pretty funny, though. I love to tell that story about them sending me. I couldn't believe they sent them to me. I just could not believe it. They're like, ma'am, what's your address? So I gave it to them, and they're like, all right, thank you. And I'm like, well, are you sending me coupons or what? I don't want your fucking coupons for Girl Scout cookies creamer. Who puts Girl Scout cookies in their creamer anyways? What the hell's wrong with you? I was so pissed. So anyways, they're like, no, ma'am, we're not sending you coupons. Then I was worried they were going to send the cops to my door, but they didn't. They sent me boxes of creamer. I'm okay with it. It worked. Marvin laughed his ass off. My kids died laughing. They thought it was the funniest shit ever.
And you know, I bet, do they ever go with you and like just they're there and all of a sudden you go off on somebody, then you got to go find them because they're going?
Not very often. They used to go with me frequently, but they don't go no more. Now they're adults. They don't have to go. I used to force them to go. Now they don't.
Oh my God.
They're like, no, we're not going, Mom. Mm-mm. Matthew, he went one time with me and he couldn't wait to get out of the store. He's like, holy shit, Mom. I'm like, what? He's like, well, first of all, you talk to everybody. I'm like, no, I don't. Who did I talk to? He's like, yeah, Mom, you talked to the little old man with hearing aids that were literally hanging off of his shirt. He didn't even have them in his ears, and you talked to him like he was going to understand you. I'm like, he understood me. He moved, didn't he? He's like, Mom. All I said was, excuse me. I wasn't rude. And then I made a little comment about his cute little jacket he had on. He's like, yeah, you told him that it looked like something that your grandpa had worn. I'm like, well, what was wrong with that? Goes straight to their junk mail. Right. It probably does.
Yeah, there's a lot of difference between a little bit of Kraft macaroni and cheese and real macaroni and cheese.
Real macaroni and cheese. It's hard. Yeah. It's hard to make because now you got fake cheese. So good luck trying to make real mac and cheese.
You got to get Belvita, baby. Belvita's the shizzle.
And my kids'
the best nachos. Oh my God.
My kids' friends loved me. My kids didn't love me so much, but my kids' friends loved me. They thought I was funnier than shit.
Dude, you can take a pound of Velveeta cheese, 1 can of Rosedale spicy tomatoes, and Yeah, mix that together and with about a pound and a half of hamburger cooked up with a few spices and put it in there. And then you make your sauce with the cheese and a little bit of flour and milk. Get it right consistency, then bake that bitch.
Yeah,
Cover
well,
the
you
top
fucked it
with,
all up because it got Velveeta
cover
in
the
it.
top
That's
with
not
some
even real
cheddar.
cheese.
Oh no, I know, but it's still good.
I know. We used to make it that way when we didn't have real cheese anymore, but I would just soon have real cheese. It's hard to find.
I like it better than real cheese.
No, and they didn't put Girl House cookies in it. What they did was they made them taste like it. So they'd make it taste like the Girl House or the Girl Scout cookie mints, the mint ones,
Yeah.
or the Samoyans or whatever. I don't want my coffee to taste like that shit. Yuck.
I don't know.
I love pepper jack cheese too. That's one of my faves.
Do you eat blue cheese?
Oh God, no, that's baby puke.
It's good on a
Gross.
steak, man. I love it on steak.
Oh God, no! I would never let you ruin my steak with that
Oh,
shit.
I love it on steak.
The only thing that goes on my steak is pepper, Worcestershire sauce, or Worcestershire sauce, and garlic salt. That's it. Nothing else.
I'm not a Worcestershire sauce
Oh,
kind
I
of.
love it. And it's really good on deer meat. Takes the wild taste out. PBJ coffee creamer. That's just disgusting, Lays. What the hell's wrong with you?
I just got me some really nice French roast today. Now you're making me want a cup of coffee.
You know, I got me some decaf so that I could have it every now and then when I get that craving, like I just need coffee at 9 o'clock at night. So I got decaf so that I know I can at least do it and not feel like I'm going to be up half the night. Which usually it probably wouldn't keep me up half the night, but I've been trying to slow down on caffeine, so. And that's hence where the wine comes in. No, I'm just joking.
Did y'all get any snow?
No, but Idaho did.
Yeah, we had snow. I heard a little noise out there this morning, and I just barely seen the back end of him, but I had a bobcat on my porch today.
Oh, cool.
And I know why he's around here, because I got a bunch of rabbits around here, because you can see their little footy prints everywhere. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Then I had tiger footprints, my tigers. Most people got 3 orange cats over there. I call them my tigers. They came by. That's crazy, man. It's amazing how many animals are out in the woods that you don't ever see. But if you go after a light snow, you'd be surprised how many footprints you'd see.
You know, in all our years in the woods, Marvin spent years and years logging, hunting, hiking. I spent years hiking. We have never seen a cougar, ever, in the woods.
I've seen a bunch of them. I'd say a bunch, probably about 6 or 7.
Yeah, we've never. And I mean, we're very observant when we're walking and whatever we're doing.
I've seen about 8 or 10 bears.
Hey, Joey. Joey said it's snowing there right now, but it's supposed to turn all to ice. Oh, stay home, darling. I hope I didn't trigger anyone.
I hope it triggers them. If they get triggered about the word ice, I hope it triggers the shit out of them.
Right? Me too. I don't think you'll trigger anybody here with it, but you know, you never know.
There you go, Esso. Oh, yeah. On a Greek salad, man, yeah. I like a mix of cheeses there.
Greek salad immediately makes me smell that. I can't.
I love it. Look who's there.
Who?
Look,
Friction.
Agent 3185. Hi, Friction.
What's up? We're
What'd you
just
say?
hanging out.
We missed it. Oh, well. How you doing, Joey? You doing all right, man? How you doing, Vixen? You doing okie dokie dokie okie dokie? All I know is cold. I mean,
It's been cold here.
it wasn't that bad today. It warmed up a little bit. Probably got right around the 50 mark. I guarantee you it's probably about, let's see, it's 31 right now and clear.
I just winterized my RV. I'm really glad I got it done though, because
I was there for about 5 minutes, Joey, or less.
it's 46 right now and cloudy, and we're supposed to get down to only 39 tonight. Let's see. Nope. We've got the coldest is supposed to get here is 37, and that's, well, it's saying that's for tomorrow night. So far, so good. I think it's supposed to be warmer this year than before, and we're not supposed to get all that much snow either.
That's a good time for gutters to check for mice around her house.
There ain't no mice around my house, because trust me,
you cover all the mouse holes there, gutters?
Yes, we did. And we took, what the hell do you call that stuff? Something earth. Starts with a D. It's about, the word's about that long. Diet something. Dietation. I can't say the word. It's
What is it?
wait, it's a scientific thing. And I think it's crushed up seashells. And that's something that helps keep mice away from your shit because it cuts their feet. They don't like it. And if they ingest it, it also cuts them up and they die. So we put that all around the outside of it just to make sure that they didn't get funky and think they wanted to go in. And then, of course, we replaced... Yeah, that word. Yep, thank you. Diatomaceous. Yep, that one. Diatomaceous earth.
This word brought to you from you know who it is.
So yeah, and
Big
then I had to redo the tabs inside. And yeah, and I also got me a better radio to make sure that they hear it loud and clear. See you later, Joey. Thanks for hanging out with us, darling. In fact, I've been in the day. Oh, Lord, honey. Well, I hope you're feeling better. And then I got these plug-in things that also make these weird sonic sounds that mice and critters don't like. Because I also worry, I don't think a squirrel could get up in there, but I just never know. You just never know.
Squirrel can get anywhere.
I know, those little suckers.
A squirrel can get anywhere a cockroach can.
Yeah, so I figured I should probably, just to make sure, I don't want, they've been good. I don't want them to come back for any reason, so.
Oh. Throw you about 3 or 4 cats out in the yard and you'll be okay.
Well, it's in a storage lot, so it's our homeowners association lot.
Oh, so you can only put 2 cats there then, okay.
Yeah, no, I ain't even know.
Take them food once a week, And then they got to fight for the mouse that crawls in there.
I just make sure that they don't come in. I think we're good. We've tried to make sure to do our due diligence to keep them away. So hopefully that works. Marvin, he's big on, let's just get some poison and kill them. I'm like, no, because then they want to crawl up in something and die, and then you smell them until they rot out.
Hell yeah, dude! I put a cat box out there, feed him tuna two or three times a week. That way he'd hunt for a week. I like female cats. They're better mousers than males.
Yeah, males tend to be lazy. Just kidding.
Just because, I don't want to go there.
Yes, girls will chew
Yeah,
wires.
yeah.
Yep.
We've been women's mules for I don't know how many years.
The one thing that those mice really seem to not like is those tabs that I get. They're big discs, and there's yellow ones that you put inside the RV, and then there's green ones that you stick in the bays. So the green ones seem a little stronger in smell. I mean, they smell like peppermint.
Yeah, they think they like peanut butter until that little trap I use slams them. That's the one I like. They're
we've got a bunch of those.
They're great. I love it.
They've never went on them, so I think we're good. I don't think we have any, because
dude, I got the most horrible mouse tail. I was working on a shrimp boat, and I was living out in the country. It was too far to come work on these boats, like I was working on boats at the time. And this lady said, well, I'll rent a room above my garage. And I said, okay. I went in there and I moved my shit in there, dude. I kind of laid on the bed that evening and I looked up and it was like something out of a Disney movie. There were fucking mice walking in a row up my fucking curtain. I shit you not. Well, immediately I let all the girl noises come out of me and I run out of the house. Next day I came back and I put out traps, and I'm not kidding you. Before I could put out a dozen trap, I'd catch 2 or 3 mice in the daytime. And I don't know how many of them some bitches I slaughtered, but I killed a jillion of them. But I wouldn't live in there, and I had got all my shit out of there and throwed most of that shit away because they had a night to play. I'd never seen so many mice in my entire life, dude. It was just like, oh my God. It's like I say, it was like a Disney cartoon or something. The Walk of the Mice.
Yuck.
And
they
there was
just creep me out.
And there was some big wharf rats running around there too. Because I was down by the wharfs. And I said, well, I'll just move into town. I just moved downtown. I couldn't take that. I couldn't, no way I could lose it. After killing that many mice, you might feel a little safer, but no, they never quit filling up. I couldn't catch them all. There was just too many of them.
Yeah. Good night, Ann.
Or why? Hell, what time is it? 9:30?
9:30 my time, 10:30 your time, I think, or 11:30.
Computer, I got the right time now. I was always on Texas time for some reason. Or no, I was always on California time. Huh, that's pretty cool.
California time is my time.
Yeah. Well, I'm 10:30. I'm 10:30 here on my computer now. So cool.
Right.
All right. Well, so your RV's put up for the winter, huh?
Yeah, as bad as I hated to. I thought I was going to get to take it to my granddaughter's volleyball tournaments, but that didn't happen because now she's going to be going to her tournaments are closer, so we will be able to come home every night. So.
Well, hey, you can still drive it and party.
Yeah, we will, but oh no, I'm not taking the RV. It's battened up, and mostly because if it does freeze and it's not winterized, then it puts me in kind of a.
Is that a diesel?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yep. Kodiak 5500. I don't know what else about it. It's huge. It's got a Cummins transmission. It's freaking. She's a
It's
beast.
coming.
She is a beast.
Yeah, I got to drive my Jeep around. I haven't driven it around in a while, so that's my winter vehicle. I got a Grand Cherokee that I picked up that if I slide off a road or something, I'm not going to be as pissed off as if I do take my Lincoln out, you know.
Diesel is a bitch to winterize. Oh, well, I'm just winterizing I don't have to winterize the rest of it. It didn't get that cold here, but I winterize the inside of it. So I drain all the water out of it, shut off the hot water tank, close it off, and then run antifreeze through the rest of it. And that way, nothing freezes.
Yeah, you use the pink antifreeze, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Marv was saying, one of the guys at work was telling, I just use regular car antifreeze for ours. And Marv was like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
That's not good.
They should ban that shit because they got the pink stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the pink stuff's biodegradable, you know?
And does the same thing, so.
Does the same exact thing. Doesn't kill dogs, cats, everything.
Yeah. It smells good, too. The pink stuff actually has a decent smell to it.
I never really whiffed on it. But
well, where ours is at, like where our hole is that we have to put it in and all that shit, is right about level with my face. I was like, damn, that shit smells good. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to use that on my boat. That's what I winterized my boat because it contrary to public opinion, New Mexico gets cold. I've seen it under zero and run for 4 or 5 days, or longer, or 20 below. But most of the time it stays in the low teens or 20s when it's serious.
I was going to look for I was going to show him a picture. Like a lot of people have seen my RV, but not everybody. There it is. Look at that. Pop right up there. How do I make it big?
Use the lotion.
That'll work every time. Okay, here we go. Nope, wrong one. Wrong button. Share screen.
What are you pulling up? A picture of your RV?
Well, I was, but I guess.
What'd you name your RV?
Well, it's an Enduro. We just call it Dura. Because I never came up with a name, really. I didn't really care about a name. I didn't want to get that too attached to it, and I'll tell you why.
Because you want a newer one.
Well, it's not so much that I want a newer one. But it was a thing where I knew it was going to be... we needed to figure out what kind we really was going to end up wanting. Now, Marvin loves this one. He swears that this is the one, but it's big. It's 35 feet long. Ooh. And if I want to take it by myself...
You could do it.
Oh, I do, but it's still... it's a lot to take. I would rather have a smaller one, like about 25 feet. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, but when you retire, you're gonna appreciate that other 10-footer. You know, when you're starting to really stay out in it a while.
Well, the thing about it is, though, if I'm gonna go by myself, I would feel much more secure having the smaller one versus the bigger one. Well, there's gonna be times that Marvin's not gonna want to go with me, and once my grandson gets to school age, then won't be so restricted. I won't have to stay here all the way through the year. I'll be able to go and do what I want. And so when that happens, there's going to be times when Marv's going to have other things he wants to go do. He has an airplane and he likes to go and fly that. I don't want to fly the airplane. I don't want to. I have no desire anymore.
I'll meet you there.
I'll meet you there. I'll bring the bed, thanks. So if it was smaller, but the problem is Marvin has a tendency to go, I'm very claustrophobic, and anything that's, we rented it a 28-footer to begin with. I would always recommend renting an RV before you decide if you're going to buy one. But we rented it, and he immediately sat in it and went, we're going to have to get this bigger if I'm going to spend more than a couple weeks in it. And so that's how come we went and we decided we wanted a diesel. That was like hands down. And then because every time we drove something that wasn't a diesel RV, it felt like it was gutless. And so that was kind of the biggest thing for us that made us go, yeah, it's time to realize it needs to be a diesel. So, and I'm glad we did. And I do love it. I really love it. But it's still a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And so if it was a little smaller, it would make it easier. So that was the only reason that I say, if I wanted to get, if I was to get rid of her, it would be to get something just a little bit smaller. On the other hand, you never know. We may get out in it and he may be willing to go with me all the time. And if he is, then yay.
He will.
We'll go.
If it comes down to you driving off into the sunset, he'll be jumping his ass in there. Oh no, I ain't cooking for myself.
Yeah, he might, but he's still, he's definitely that type that would be like, I want to go to a fly-in, and I could care less about fly-ins. You've seen one airplane, you've seen them all. So I could give two shits about going to a fly-in now. I've went so many of them that I can tell you what the airplanes are and what they'll do and what engines are in them. And I don't want to do that no more. There's other, I will every now and then when it calls for it. But for the most part, and I think he's fine with that because number one, then if I'm there, then he's like, well, I got to go, I got to keep her entertained because after a while I'm bored, after half the day. So we can find other things to do, and he can go do his thing and I'll go do mine sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. We're okay with that. You need a mom's opinion. Oh.
She only does grandma things now.
Right? I only do. You can give you a motor coach. Oh, I got to tell you that there are pieces of it that's the biggest that it's a huge pain in the ass. But there are pieces that I love. I love being able to go hiking and then just go back and get in the RV. All your shit's there and all my food's there. Everything's there. I don't have to worry about nothing. I hate going to hotel rooms. I hate them.
Yeah, all you need is a little enduro bike on the back.
Mm-hmm. We do plan to get some of those electric bikes that are, you can pedal them, but they're also electric. And then we have our little tracker, but eventually the tracker will probably go down the road and we'll end up getting some type of a Jeep as a towable. So.
Yeah, I forgot y'all got that little one.
Yeah, we got a Geo tracker.
Yeah, them things are cool.
Oh, they're fucking squirrely though. It's fine to just putter around and stuff, but let me tell you what, it can get a little scary. They're so narrow.
They'll go on their side pretty easy.
Mm-hmm. So
like those early Suzuki Samurais.
Yes.
They were fun too, but
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's good for just as a towable, but eventually we'll probably, it'll go as a farm rig basically. And then, we'll get a different, I would just soon get a Jeep to tow is what I'd really like to have as a tow, but we'll see. We'll see how it all works out. It maybe end up being something different. You never know.
Yeah, my buddy just got a camper for his Toyota T100. That's just perfect for that truck. Little pop up, perfect for that truck. And but we have a little Toyota Huntsman that's in really good shape.
You said that.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm just going to keep that. That's all I need. You know, to go do a little something, and stay out for as long as I want. You know, and it's a lot cheaper than running all these big, high, fancy stuff. You know, I just need a place to wash my butt, cook some coffee, and take a nap.
Yeah, see? Anyways, after the UPS engine falling off and Bowen's doors falling off, yeah, I'm done flying. Yeah.
I was never comfortable flying. I never was.
I never minded it. It's only been since the reduction in standards that I've noticed over the last probably 5 years, 6 years. That's made me go, yeah, not so much.
Ever since they took their pensions, let's just say it out loud.
Well,
he worked for United, right?
No, I can't say who he works for, but it's not United.
Right.
He actually works for a regional that is owned by a bigger one. But yeah, it's not everything it's cracked up to be. Let me put it this way. They used to have about 20, I think I was told they had 23 or 25 people, mechanics, on graveyard shift. They now have one for each shift. A mechanic. Sometimes they don't even have one.
Wow.
So
they're not a hub then.
Oh yeah, they are.
Really?
Oh hell yeah.
That's scary.
I'm telling you, reduction in standards. Be very, very, very careful when you fly, because it ain't all it's cracked up to be. I told you about the day that Marvin was. Now, all these airplanes that they fly now are all computerized. So, you know, the pilot just gets in, pushes a button, and it goes. And everything in it is computerized. And in some instances, it makes it easier for mechanics, but in some instances, it makes it really hard. It's to the point now where when Marvin goes to get the logbook, which you have to do when you do any maintenance on it, it has to be logged in there. It has to have his signature. It has to have his employee, his number, his mechanic number, all of that shit in there. But it was so full. What they'll have a tendency to do is they'll do deferred maintenance. And so a pilot will write something up saying there's something wrong. And then the mechanic will go look at it, and then they'll say, okay, this is what needs fixed. And then the higher ups will say, defer that for a later date when we can get the plane down and we can deal with it. But right now it needs to go out on its next flight. Well, it's gotten to the point where there's so many wrote up in that logbook that they started writing them on the outside. Because they take these. They're like sticky notes, but they are sticky. They don't just come off. You're going to rip the whole page off if you do that, because these are legal documents. So nothing can be removed. So, but there were so many of them that they had to put them on the outside. So here's all these sticky notes that are put on the outside of the logbook because it's too full inside. Mind you,
get another logbook?
There's still room in for writing, but they can't put their stickers in there. So they have to keep the logbook to keep it going. But there's all these deferred maintenances, and they use these sticky notes to defer the maintenance. And when I say sticky notes, that's kind of a loose term for what these are. You're not peeling these babies off. they'll rip off. They'll rip like in half. You can't just rip them off. Super sticky. And they do that because it's a permanent document. They don't want them removed. They want something wrote about what happened, what you did to defer this maintenance or when you fixed the deferred maintenance problem. But there were so many of them that Marvin was so pissed when he opened this up that he went and got Band-Aids. And that's what he started writing the deferred maintenance. Because they kept telling him, we'll defer that. And so he's got all these, and he's got no place to put them, and they're going on the outside of this logbook. And they're Band-Aids. And he was trying to make a point. Well, let me tell you what, they were so pissed at him. But I didn't blame him. I thought it was a great analogy. You're sticking Band-Aids on shit that needs fixed. And there's so many of them that you have not fixed it in all this time. I mean, it must have been like a month of deferred maintenance. No,
I'll be back in a minute.
So it's one of those things where it's very.
I have my own porch.
Okay. I wouldn't get in. I don't like to get in airplanes because of it. Lots of boo-boos. You could say that, yeah. I don't know. And, the whole door falling off of the aircraft. That was, the door landed a half a mile from me. So, no, I'm not getting in an airplane. I'll take my RV, thanks. But anyways, I suppose, how long we been on? We've been on 2.5 hours. I think we've done good. But Mr. Duggars is going to pee, and I'm about ready to go, because I've about had enough of jabbering, I guess. I'm glad you guys all came and hung out with us, though. I would have been bored without all you guys. And Mr. Duggar. But anyways, I think I will get ready and wrap this up. Mr. Duggar's going to come back. Everybody's going to be gone. But I hope you all have a great week. Make sure you get all your Christmas shopping done. And enjoy the time before Christmas gets here, because, that's always a rat race. And, yeah. I hope you all have a wonderful week. And I will see you all later. I'm not even going to do an outro, because, well, maybe I will. I'll do the outro.
Really?
Yep, we're going.
All right, out there, boys and girls in chat land, thank you for coming in and hanging out with her.
Oh, look at this. I'm going to beat him. Okay, stay right there. I think he's doing it on purpose. All right. Well, Mr. Duggar,
yeah,
I hope you have an awesome evening, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
All righty. Toodly doos.
See you later, darling.
News bullshit. Step right up, got tickets on sale. In today's episode, trains coming off the rails. Watch it all burn from the screen on your phone. But don't you worry about it, you're safe at home. Every talking head will tell you everything's fine. It's the blind leading the blind. Yeah, it's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on. Well, the world's strongest man just dropped the ball, and the tent's caving in from the weight of it all. Yeah, the lion's at the cage, puppets in